Hey guys, how are you? This is Nerf Squeezer, YouTube screen name Moshe T, and today we are going to do a pseudo unboxing and a review of the Bracketron Gripit Universal Mobile Electronics mount. Okay, this is a mount for either an iPhone or an iPod Touch or GPS unit, mobile phone, pretty much anything. I'm going to use it for my iPhone in the car, so let's get right to it because there's going to be a couple different parts of this video. So this is again the Bracketron Universal Mobile Electronics Gripit GPS and mobile device holder of the Pro Series. Now I bought this at Target for $19.99. I think it was a good deal, and I'll tell you why, throughout this video. First, I'm going to show you what comes in the package. This is the main unit. This is the Gripit unit. As you can see, it has a couple of feet down the bottom that flip in and out, and it has two arms on the side, and these adjust up and down. Both of those adjust up and down. And how you clamp your unit in is you put your unit in there, your iPhone or your iPod or your GPS or whatever, and then you squeeze it, and there's this little button here where when you're ready to take it out, you ratchet it out. Okay. There's a couple different ways to mount this in your car, guys. The other thing that's included obviously is the instructions, and we're not going to go over those because I'm pretty much going to tell you how to install this. There's an alcohol prep pad and a 3M double-sided tape. So if you want to kind of mount this with double-sided tape, you prep your surface with alcohol to make sure that it's real nice and clean, and then you kind of stick it where you want. I'm not a big fan of the double-sided tape in autos because there's just a lot of curved surfaces, a lot of porous plastics in the automobiles nowadays, and it's not a real secure fit. Okay. But then what you have is you have your major bracket. It also has a portion here, a stabilizer bar, which you can or don't have to use it. Okay. That's usually used when you mount it on your air vent, okay, to kind of stabilize it. Okay. There is also two vent clips. Okay. Your vent clips kind of get inserted that way. These are a little different from the typical vent clips. These vent clips have a nice, you guys can see there, nice little C-clamp and a spring. So when you put them on your vent, kind of, let's see if I can show you how this works. Put it in there with clamps, and then it'll kind of close and make it a lot more stable. So, and then finally, in case you're mounting this with like an XM radio or something like that, I know my XM radio uses this type of mount. You're able to mount it on there, and there's a couple of screws for this. Also, there's 4 screws and 4 bolts in case you want to use that mount. Now, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this part of the mount because we're going to talk about how we're going to utilize it for the iPhone or the iPod Touch or some device. So we're going to kind of put those aside. Okay. And after you kind of put this together, and there's the vent clip. I've already kind of tried this in my car, and I know I'm not going to need this stabilizer bar. I have a 2006 Honda Accord that I'm going to be putting this in, and this is not needed. But you may need it, so it's in there. It just kind of pops in those 2 squares. And once you get it on your air conditioning mounts, you stick the 2 units together there, and you stick your iPhone in here, and just kind of show you this pseudo here inside, and then we'll go outside and put it in the car and kind of show you how everything works out, and we'll drive around, see how stable it is, and so on and so forth. But there's how your iPhone would stay in there. Stays in there pretty good. And then when you want to take it out, you can see I'm pressing this ratcheting button here. Opens it up and take it out. So there's kind of the unboxing, guys. We're going to stop this part of the video, and we're going to bring it out to the car and install it and everything, and then we'll take it around the block for a ride, kind of see how it works. So we'll see you in the car. Okay guys, here we are back in the car. We're going to finish up this install on this Bracketron. As you can see, I've got my clip set up. I've got the Bracketron all set up on there. This is the Bracketron Gripit, and pretty simply what we do is you find a vent that you want to put it on, and you pull these C-clamps back, and you get them in there so that they're nice and secure. Okay. And what that spring will do, that spring will hold that C-clamp in there. Okay. So it's a nice secure fit. Okay. And then when you're ready to roll, you kind of ratchet out. Put your iPhone in there, and then squeeze it shut. Okay, and it's a pretty nice system. So we're going to take this for a ride, and I'm going to change the angle of the camera, and we'll see how it functions on the road. Okay guys, well here's the demo on how well the Bracketron Gripit mount works. As you can see, I've got it all mounted up to the air conditioning vent, and we're going to be driving home, and I just want to show you kind of how stable it is in the unit, and how it looks and kind of how it functions. I've been using it for the day so far, and I've been real happy with it so far. As you can tell, I can check my email, I can make a quick phone call, go to favorites. It's really accessible there. I've never been a big guy that has likes stuff on his air conditioning vent, but this unit seems to work pretty well. It's right where you need it. If you're going to be using GPS, it's very, very visible, and we'll kind of show you how stable it is. I think it's about 2 or 3 miles back to the house from Target here. As you can see, I've got my charger down here, my Griffin charger. I can plug my charger in, and it's very accessible for charging. You kind of squeeze these together. So I kind of like it. Like I said before, it's 20 bucks at Target. As you can see, I've got my in-case slider, my phone in the in-case slider. So it's nice where it's not something where you've got to have a naked iPhone. It ratchets out, and you squeeze it back in, and it's pretty solid there, guys. I'm not worried about that iPhone going anywhere. I'm not worried about it sliding. I'm not worried about it, falling out of that clamp or that bracket. It's pretty solid. Now don't have my foot heavy on the pedal because I've got this tripod set up in the back seat, so I don't want the camera to go tipping over. But as you can see, just normal everyday driving, it's pretty solid unit. So pretty accessible. I can get to everything I need to get to, which is minimal. The headphone jack's still pretty accessible, so you can plug in your headphones so you can have hands-free, which in the state of California is the law, and I know a lot of states is the law now. You have to have hands-free. So that's kind of the demo in the car for the Bracketron Gripit. I hope you guys like the review, and remember, rate, comment, subscribe, all of which you would do after you view. So I hope you're enjoying the videos, guys. This is Nerf Squeezer, screen name Moshe T. See, I'm out, and let's see if we can turn this off before we make this left-hand turn.